So, a couple of quick questions. First off, I'm inspecting a house built originally 1968. So, those questions. When is the electrical service too small? And when should we be thinking about upgrading the electrical service? Well, in terms of too small, anything less than 100 amp electrical service, insurance companies will rate as belonging to an older house and a higher risk potential. So typically that is too small. So anytime you have less than 100 amps, you should be thinking about upgrading your electrical service, especially for all of the stuff that you typically are installing and using in your house today. Less than 100 amp service, too small. Now this house has 100 amp electrical service, so the next question is when should we think about upgrading the electrical service? Well, in this case, this panel is full, so there's no room for additional breakers. Now, in answering that question, when should we upgrade the electrical service, you first have to ask yourself, what upgrades or renovations do we want to do in the building? So if you're adding things like an air conditioner or a heat pump or electric baseboard heating, doing a renovation where you're adding square footage, an electric car charger, that's one of the ones that's becoming more and more popular today. So anytime you're adding those things, you should be looking at upgrading the electrical service. Now that typically is going to include replacing the electrical panel and actually upping the electrical amperage. Now in this case, about 20 years ago, these homeowners actually did a kitchen renovation. So they have no breaker space for additional circuits for a modern kitchen. 1968, they typically were not installing all of those dedicated circuits for things like fridges and dishwashers and dedicated counter plugs. Now, the way that they did that renovation is they actually added this sub panel. That was enough for the sake of those extra circuits for that renovation. And now, of course, all of this is full. So anything more than what they're doing here, yes, you want to be looking at upgrading the electrical service and even replacing the panel, upgrading the electrical amperage. So always have to think about that first question. What future plans are we looking for, and what are we going to upgrade and add to the building? Anyways, give us a call for your next home inspection, Northwood Home Inspections, and don't forget to like, subscribe, as well as share. Have a great day.